would you still be troubling the person, bothering the person that wants to meet to outtake? Meanwhile, I think there will still be some change left. So you just let the person be. And some people today make it a habit. They'll never pay anything. No matter what. You really know they have the money and they can actually pay, but they'll never pay. They will never contribute to, but they will always be the ones to come and complain again. So what do you do to such people? You learn to live with them and understand them. And also, I think I want to add some, because for advantages, I think I've really, really benefited from being a course rep. I'm not going to lie to you, because sometimes, just like he said, we don't pay. They don't pay you. You don't get anything in return. Somebody will just wake up, come and insult you for no reason, because you didn't do what he or she wanted. Say whatever. Some things like, seriously, if the person met you outside, you know this person can't talk to me like that. But because you've availed yourself, and you know a leader is a slave, right? Quote unquote, a slave to the people. You kind of do what they want in, let me say, in an autocratic, democratic way. So I would say I benefited because sometimes I'll be there and some of our lectures, there's this particular woman who always sends us airtime. My course rep, the other course rep is also a lady. We are 2 ladies for our class. And she sends us airtime every semester. Why? Because she said we call her, we call other lecturers, and since our class is not paying us, she has taken it on herself to give us that airtime to do that job. Sometimes the airtime I get, it doesn't even add up to how much I would have called the lecturers. Sometimes it goes over it. Yes, and for me, I think I've had a lot of issues on campus. I'm not going to lie. And through everything, the kind of relationship I had with the lecturers actually helped me. If not, I would have broken down somewhere level 200, 300, 400. And probably I would have been at the mental institution or something. So because of this position as the class president, I got to build some level of relationship with the lecturers, with the faculty, with the School of Pharmacy, the administrative part. And it has actually helped me if I should need anything urgently at this minute, and I pick a phone and call, provided it can be made available to me now, I'll get it. And it's not favoritism or anything, but then because of how, let me say, you help, I help, because sometimes they need someone to speak to, they need someone to talk to in the class. You have to leave your house, you call the person you are not getting, you leave your house, go to the person's house and tell the person, this person is looking for you, so kindly call the person, or you in fact call the person there, they talk to them, then the problem is solved. So because of that, I think sometimes they're also willing to go the extra mile for you too. And for the duties, it's a lot. It's a lot because sometimes you have a lecture at 7:30. 8 o'clock, you've not heard anything, you call the lecturer will not pick up. You try anything, you are not getting the lecturer. Just when you're about to leave the class, that's when the lecturer comes in. What do? It's past almost an hour. And you could have gone. What do? You have to find a way of talking to them to stay in the classroom. Making sure nobody leaves the classroom, because if they should also go and the lecturer comes, decides to conduct an IA, it's not against the lecturer, is it? They gave you the time, it's 7:30 to 9:30. As long as it's not 9:30, I don't think you have the right to leave the class, do we? Or do we not? You are supposed to stay and learn. Anyways. So you should always ensure the lecturers are around. You get the information. Sometimes they will call themselves that, oh, I'll be 1 hour late, I'll be 15 minutes late, I'll be 30 minutes late, so kindly inform them. I'll be with them shortly. So try and get to them. If you realize about 10 minutes, they are still not there, 15 minutes, try and get to them. If you call them and they are not picking, you text them. If you do both and you are still not getting them, try and get the people to stay. If I think about an hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes, and the class is a 2-hour lecture, and the person is not coming, I think you can go. And I think my colleague mentioned something about the bus issues. And for School of Pharmacy, you have a lot of issues with the bus. Sometimes you get the lecture is done. teaching because the last bus decided to take long on the way. And sometimes with the students, we are the course. I won't like the first bus comes at 6:30, the second one sometimes at 7. So between 6:30 and 7, you are supposed to be at PEM site or other places to go to class. But we will come at 7:30 and expect the bus to be there at 7:30 waiting for us. And it doesn't work that way. So try and talk to your people, because if they come the first time and they get just 10 people, they have to move. So before they'll go and come back, the last bus, you'll be late for the class. And the bus schedule it will be released, but try and get the conductor's numbers, because they will know when they normally pick the phones. The driver, sometimes when you call them, they won't even answer because they are driving. So normally the people who take the money, I know you've experienced them, right? The people who take the money, try and get their numbers, so that when you have a class, if it's in the morning, it's fine, because no matter what, they will always come in the morning. But around 10, 1:30, after 8, 9, normally around 10, it becomes a bit difficult, because if they don't know, they don't come. Sometimes too, they forget. So if you have a lecture at 10:30, you call the bus at 10. Then at 10:30, by 10:30, you'll be there. 9:45, you call the person, they will start moving. By 10:5, the bus is here, you take it. By 10:30, you are there, you set up for the class, then you move on.